I think I'm just going to make top 5 everything. I like 5. 5's a good number. 10 kind of drags out, because 10 minutes for a video is just about the limit at what people want to watch, and it's kind of hard to talk about each book with only 10 minutes. And I mean, that's a minute a book, but you waste less. I'm picking this, okay? I'm picking it. Quit arguing. You're getting 5. You want more, make your own list, okay? So, these are 5 books that I had a hard time finishing, or struggled to finish. This lady in front of me is going to make this ride crap. Quit smoking and give it hell! Give it hell! They're not going to give it hell. Anyways. Alright, so I'm going to start with my most liked book that I struggled to finish, and go all the way to the book I hated the most struggling to finish, okay? The first one is the Bible. You struggle because I don't know if you've ever read the Bible from cover to cover, but it doesn't read like a story. It goes from here to here, and then goes through a lineage section, and then you go back to here, and you go to here, and then you have like this like fever dream, and then you skip ahead a long time. Thing's flashing. Did you see that? Did you see that? Okay. And then you skip ahead, and Jesus is born, and they retell that story of Jesus's life like 4 times, and then stuff that happened after it and all that. But and then Revelation, which is another fever dream. Like the Old Testament and the New Testament both have fever dreams in them, okay? So whatever. But anyways, I mean, it's hard to read cover to cover. I think everybody should do it as a Christian at least once, and then go to the section you need to later on. But I just think it's a rite of passage. I don't know how you can consider yourself part of religion if you don't read all the text in the religion at least once. I mean, that's just crazy to me. You can't be considered to be a mathematician if you haven't read all the formulas that have to do with the area you're in, okay? Right? I'm not asking Christians to read the, I don't know. I mean, just read it if you're a Christian. If you're not, don't worry about it. Alright, next, which is Of Human Bondage, which I just finished. And, like, all the way up until he becomes, or he goes to school to be a doctor, he sucks. Like, he is just a sucky person. Like, I hate him in this book. The main guy, like, there's nobody in this book I like. None. And I just, after he becomes a doctor, he becomes okay, and you kind of can listen to his story, or goes to be a doctor, goes to school for it. But before that, it just sucks. It's in that, Sense and Sensibility and Pride and Prejudice. I'm going to say that multiple times if I ever talk about this. It feels like that. Like, in Pride and Prejudice, like, I don't ever remember them talking about them moving around. It feels like the whole time they're just sitting in a room. That's what's in my head. They're just sitting in a room talking through the whole book. And it's boring! Boring! I don't care about Jim Bob's land and how it's such a struggle to never have to work and only live off of this meager $2,000 and blah blah blah. It just, I don't care. I can't connect with these people at all. I can't. The third one is those two. Alright, so the Bible I like the Bible, okay? Of Human Bondage was okay. Everything from this point on I don't like, and I don't like it more and more, okay? And so number 3 on this list is Ancillary Justice. And I know it was popular, and I know a lot of people like it, but it sucked. I mean, I never got into it. I can never follow the character, and it's not because she's a robot or it's a robot. One of the things I don't like is that it calls everybody she. No matter if it's a he or she or an alien without a sex, everything's a she. And that confuses the shit out of me. Don't call it something that already exists. Like, there's a book I just finished called The Long Way to The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. That's what it is. And it does it right. If you're a he, you're a he. If you're a she, you're a she. If you're something else or you don't know what it is, you're a Z. Z-E. Z. That makes sense to me. It's some, I don't know what you are. It's like saying it. You know, what is it doing? What is Z doing? That kind of thing. Okay? So, yeah, that makes sense to me. This Ancillary Justice, I couldn't ever get into it. Like, I was so close to not finishing it, but I don't want to just not finish a book because that feels like quitting, and I don't like quitting. Gosh damn, just fucking turn. Okay, Ancillary Justice, it was like a 2. It sucked. Next! Alright, so, the next one on the list is Divergent. Divergent has the same problem that a lot of YA books have, and that's that everything in it is shallow. Everything is shallow. Like, there's no depth, there's no thought, there's no intelligence, none of that. It's all about every character. Like, you could just close your eyes and point to a book in the YA series, and it'll be a girl that is insecure and doesn't want to talk to the guy. That's it. That's the story. And they end up together after 3 books. That's the story. And some other shit happens around them. But that's not really the point. What's the point is this. I don't like it. Just like in this one. I like dystopian books. I mean, that's a good dystopian book. Just makes you feel glad you're in America. So, but this one sucks. You want a good dystopian book? Read Mistborn or 1984 or something like that. Go read this series. And the last one on my list is just a big bag of suck. It just, everything about it I hate. I hate everything about it. Everything. Yeah, I gave it a 1. Okay, so it's 50 Shades of Grey, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, 50 Shades of Grey. Everybody's either black or white with this book, but I read it. And I kind of had an open mind because I'll read just about anything one time. I read Of Human Bondage after reading Sense and Sensibility. So, I obviously am a glutton for punishment, apparently, because I just hate it. I hate what it's based on. I hate what it is. I hate the main characters, both of them. It's a YA book with, like, you know, freaky sex in it. That's what it is. A YA book with freaky sex. I don't care for sex scenes in books. You know, I could skip those. I don't give a shit. If you need to see a sex scene, go watch porn. It's much better. You can actually see that. And this sex scenes in a book are just, and that's what all this book is. And it's like she wrote one sex scene and she just copies and pastes that shit over and over and over. Over and over and over. I have sex hair. I always have sex hair. Every fucking time. Anyways, I just hate it. That's my top 5. Whatever. Peace out.